Welcome to the Herd's official YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Colin Cowherd podcast, all of our NFL instant reactions, and more football content.
All right, welcome back. Joel Klatt, top of next hour. So, very interesting game. For the first time ever, former Packer great Aaron Rodgers, now a Steeler. He and the Steelers will host Green Bay. Aaron tends to have a long memory. He's going to face the team, the Packers, he built his legacy on, and it let him go and moved on to Jordan Love. So the Packers and the Indianapolis Colts are the only teams in the NFL left with only one loss. Packers also have a tie against the Cowboys, and nobody quite knows what to do with Jordan Love. So I went back this morning, and I went to Aaron's Super Bowl winning year. That's 2010. And I went back and looked, where was he through 6 games? And I looked at Jordan Love through 6 games, their first 6 games. Jordan was way better. Passer rating, fewer picks. Team was scoring more, much better completion percentage, one more game. So Jordan Love this year through the first 6 was better than Aaron in the year he won his first Super Bowl. And both were 27 years old. Aaron was cooler. Aaron's personality was more out there. Aaron kind of plays the position, although I think Jordan Love's cool. Aaron, the way he lets go of the ball was kind of, throws it with no feet on the ground. Aaron was a very unique quarterback, and he was cool. And he was carrying the torch at that time when he was 27. It was a very thin group of ascending young quarterbacks. Favre was in his 40s, and McNabb was still around. And it was, Aaron's making a Pro Bowl, and he's in, mid-20s, 26, 27 years old. And it was Brady, and it was Breeze, and it was Manning, and Favre's around, and there's McNabb, and older Tony Romo's getting beat up every week before the Cowboys had a great offensive line. And then there was Aaron. Well, the difference is Jordan Love. There's all sorts of great young quarterbacks now. Even the ones we're not totally sold on, Caleb Williams, are insanely talented. Drake May looks like a Pro Bowler. Jaden Daniels last year, unbelievable. Justin Herbert, there's just more good quarterback play. You go back to Aaron at Jordan Love's age, and it was like Aaron and a bunch of old guys were stealing the headlines. It was a bunch of Favre and Brady and Manning and Breeze and McNabb was still hanging around. Now, Aaron's the old guy, and the league is all young quarterbacks. It is just a bunch of kids. And so I actually think Aaron is going to do very well Sunday night. I think Aaron's the kind of guy that I think when you're older, you could be a broadcaster, you could be a political figure, you could be a football player. When you get older, you can't work 70 hours a week. You can't grind like you used to. But your best game is still great. The late, great Kobe, 60, last game he played. Like you can stuff. Brett Favre was old and rickety. He was still great at the very end, right? So I think Aaron's going to play well. Steelers are at home. The Packers are very talented. They play with their food a little. They let you hang around for a while. Here's Mike Tomlin on the matchup of Aaron and the Steelers against his former team.
Aaron's been at it a long time. He's got an awesome relationship with this game. I haven't been with him for a long time, but he's been fired up every single week. I'd imagine it's going to be the same. I'd imagine some external things are going to make more out of it than it is for him. He's playing to win. That's what he does.
It's just interesting is when Aaron was Jordan's current age, he felt like he was the young star that was going to carry the next generation of quarterbacks. And as good as Jordan Love is, better numbers than Aaron at his age, right? Like in space, it's just so many good young quarterbacks. There are so many. We're still waiting for Caleb to be great. Jaden already is. I mean, Bo Nix, 33 points in a quarter on Sunday. Jackson Dart looks like he's a player. So it's just a different world now. The quarterback play in the NFL, this is the golden age. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody, glamorize and romanticize the Elway and Marino years. There's never been close to this much quarterback talent. It is unbelievable. I mean, this year, the next NFL draft may have 6 quarterbacks drafted. May. And the best one of them may be the younger redshirt freshman at Notre Dame, Carr. He may be the best. He's not draft eligible. J-Mac with the news.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
All right, Colin, let's start with the only thing more exciting than Cooper Flagg in Dallas. That's the Cowboys offense. Holy cow, it has taken off like a rocket ship. CeeDee Lamb is in the 6th year of his career, and he says he has never seen this good of an offense in Dallas.
This one the best one I've been on, and I've been on some great ones. It's just the way that we can move around these pieces and these players, and everybody know everywhere to go. We can line up faster than any. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I said yesterday, Schottenheimer deserves a lot of credit. I mean, obviously, Dak Prescott's been sensational. Pickens has been big, but I got to give Schottenheimer props. This was a guy who languished with my Jets for many years, bounced around the league as an OC, never did anything like this. So pretty impressive stuff. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did except diehard Cowboy fan who's thought they were going to be great the last 30 years. I don't think – I will say this. I like draft picks, but giving up just a third-round pick, which is about a 50-50 hit rate to get George Pickens, was a smart move. Like, I understand when people – like, I like accumulating a lot of picks, but even in the first round, what is the hit rate? 60%? By the third round, it's 45, 50%. I think a big part of this is George Pickens. It forces safeties can't cheat in the box. Well, what does that mean? It helps the run game. You can't cheat. When CeeDee Lamb goes down without George Pickens, you'd just cheat. You'd put your safeties in the box. Javonte Williams, nowhere to go. Because it's not a great offensive line. It's not the Lions or the Broncos or the Eagles. But with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb both in there, you have to be honest with your coverage. So it absolutely, the receiving depth elevates the run game. You can't cheat on the Cowboys with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. So I think the biggest surprise isn't that George Pickens is good. We knew he was good in Pittsburgh. The run game for the Cowboys with an so-so offensive line, I think has been surprisingly good. Yeah.
Interesting matchup with the Broncos. So Surtain has not been amazing. We know he's talented and former defensive player of the year. Do you have him follow around one of those two, or do you just have him go to one side this weekend? I'm interested to see how Dallas combats this. This will be a much different opponent defensively than the Cowboys have seen recently, Colin.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a lock that they cook this weekend.
No, I think first of all, if you watch the Broncos this year, all their games are crazy. There's no non-crazy Bronco game. They're all weird. They're all dramatic for different reasons. Other than the Tennessee game in week 1, that was one of our Blazing 5 picks. Like, you know, Cam Ward against Denver. Remember that first game of the year?
Yeah.
And they won, but it was choppy. It did not look good. I remember that. It did not look good. They won, but Cam Ward actually had some success. Has had less since. So all Denver games are wild. I think they'll beat Dallas, but it will be crazy.
Yeah. Let's move on to the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy, one of your favorite targets. He hasn't played much, Colin. 2 of the 7 games. That's all Brock Purdy's played in due to shoulder and toe injuries. I know you're going to blame it on his size, but sometimes guys just get unlucky. Now, Purdy did try to work out leading up to last week's game. Didn't feel good. Now, Diana Rossini is reporting his status is up in the air. Everybody thought he would be back. They got the Texans this week. Texans have their own issues with Nico Collins' concussion. But this Brock Purdy stuff is starting to get depressing. I just looked around the league. There's 10 week 1 starters who will not be suiting up likely this weekend. Brock Purdy, one of them. I know Mac Jones has been good, but Colin, Brock Purdy's better and gives his team a much higher ceiling.
I think Brock Purdy's ability to move is better, but Mac Jones is healthier, throws as good a ball, and is sneaky athletic. Not like athletic, but he runs in some key spots. I think let's be totally clear here. If we're going to give love to Baker and we're going to give love to Darnold and Geno Smith on their reclamation projects, that's what Mac Jones is. He's just a younger version. Like Geno disappeared for years and Darnold bounced around and Baker went to Carolina. And Mac Jones, wasn't that long ago, made a Pro Bowl, disappeared in Tampa. He's just a young reclamation project. But we have to be totally fair here. Behind a very mid offensive line, Mac Jones has been very good. We have to be fair. He's been very good. He's a younger reclamation. Usually it's like you got to get humiliated. I mean, at one point you got to, Baker basically got cut. Darnold was a disaster with the Jets in Carolina. Mac just sort of disappeared. He went Bermuda Triangle in Jacksonville. Now, as a young guy, Mac looked like, I'll be totally honest, he looks like a franchise quarterback.
Well, wait, let's slow down. So first of all, Darnold won 14 games in Minnesota, and he's great again this year. So it's like a 20-game sample size.
Darnold's a world-class athlete.
Yeah.
Mac's not. But right now, look at quarterback play in the league. With a bad O-line, Ayuk, Kittle gone.
I mean, he has McCaffrey, who's
okay. But he's got no weapons, and he's winning. And they're asking him to throw 40 times a game. Mac Jones has been one of the revelations of the season.
100%. I'm not ready to say he's a franchise quarterback. He has Kyle Shanahan, okay? He looks good. Can we leave it? I mean, we don't need to go overboard.
That's what I'm saying. He looks good. Okay. If a quarterback's good in 2025, he's a franchise quarterback.
The Jets would take good in a heartbeat.
But Jets would ruin him. But he looks good.
Stop it. Final stories of Baltimore Ravens, Colin. Things not looking good. I just saw that the Baltimore Ravens have removed ping pong tables from the locker room. No more video game consoles. The basketball hoop, it's all gone. According to some Ravens beat reporters, it's all business now. And listen, here's the worst news. Lamar Jackson not at the podium today, meeting the media. This is just happening right now. This is when Lamar's supposed to talk if he's a starter. So the Ravens media is panicked. I don't know what to make of this. Are the Bears going to get a free win here?
First of all, ping pong tables and video games. What is this, Google?
Well,
it's
listen,
football.
You're supposed to have like a laid back atmosphere.
It's pro football. It's not a tech company in Palo Alto. It's not bring your dog to work day at Apple. These are professional athletes. Go to work, do sit-ups, lift a lot of weight, learn plays, and go play. Ping pong tables.
Listen, it's practice. It's during the week. Now I see why we don't have a ping pong table on the set here. We got room for it.
Yeah, we used to have a basketball court. Somebody got rid of that. Jeez. I'll just leave it at that.
Man, you sound like one of these hard-driving bosses. I just say,
crazy.
If Lamar doesn't play and they lose this game and fall to 1-6, it's over. They're not coming back from 1-6. 1-5, you can.
Let's go back to the real story here. The fact that they allowed ping pong tables and video games in a workplace.
Yeah, one of the most successful NFL franchises in the last 20 years. Oh, man, sorry to allow fun. I didn't know you were the fun police, Colin.
You know what it's called? When you drive up and pull up to Fox, you know what it's called? Work. It's not called play. Yeah. That's when you're on your South Bay El Segundo nights jacking up threes. That's play.
Why don't you ask Andy Reid if they have ping pong tables?
I'll text him today. I will. I have my phone.
Text Brett Veach right now. Hey, do you guys have a basketball hoop at the facility? Is there any fun allowed? Video game consoles. I guarantee you most teams have this. No? You sound perplexed.
Listen, I would be 50-50 on whether I'd allow them to eat at the facility. I want sit-ups, playbook, film, and get out of here. I'm sorry, that ping-pong tables at work. Yeah. No thanks. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
It's like you when you pull up to Fox, it's called work. Coffee machines? Absolutely. Ping pong tables? Sheesh. I'm sorry. Some of you young Sparkies out there is weekends are for fun. Home is for fun. Ping pong tables at work. What is going on? All right, here we go. It is hour 2. We are live. It is the Herd. Joel Klatt is around the corner. So I got to start this hour with this. This happened yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday the tweet came out from Russell Wilson. So Sean Payton, coach of the Denver Broncos, when he got to Denver, he and Russell Wilson, and I had said it on the air, this is going to be a personality clash. I know Sean, had dinner with Sean. I've had a lot of discussions with Sean. Sean is blunt. Sean is upfront. Sean is authentic. Sean doesn't care what you think about him. And Russell can be, very, I would say almost political, a little bit more calculated. And when Russell had his own office there in the Denver building, that was not going to play with Sean Payton. So it never worked. Sean didn't view him as the future. He was overpaid, and Sean was going to get rid of him. It wasn't ever going to work. And so Sean's taken a few shots at Russell, and after coming back to beat the Giants and Jackson Dart, who replaced Russell, here's what Sean said after the game Sunday.
It was a great win. Good team effort to fight back. Tip your hats to New York. Those guys have found a new juice about them, and you could see that on tape. You know, they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game.
Well, ouch. Russell Wilson did not like that, went to X. Classless, not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. Let's ride. Let's ride. You knew that was coming. First of all, the Russell Wilson story is crazy. It deserves a Netflix special. So Russell Wilson's last 2 years at North Carolina State, 72 touchdowns, best record for NC State in 8 years, and the coach demoted him. Said, you're not going to be an NFL player. I'm going to go with Mike Glennon. What? So he goes to Wisconsin. He scores 39 touchdowns. They go 11-3 and go to the Rose Bowl. I don't think Wisconsin scored 39 touchdowns since he left. And yet he only went in the third round of the draft. He got disrespected again. And then in Seattle, when he's changing the world, he's a unicorn talent. Marshawn Lynch, Pete Carroll, the defense got all the talent. So Russell has lived in this kind of prism of he didn't get respect at NC State, even though he was record-setting. He didn't get respect in Wisconsin, even though he's easily the most productive quarterback they've ever had for a single season. And he didn't get a ton of respect in Seattle. And I think Russell's tired of it. I think he's just tired of it. And, I mean, Pete Carroll chose Geno Smith over him. Sean Payton was willing to deal with the worst dead cap hit in league history to go with Bo Nix. Mike Tomlin said, I'll go with old Aaron Rodgers, who gets hurt more. And Brian Daboll's being investigated by the league because he went over to the injury tent to make sure he didn't have to put Russ back on the field. So, 0 for 4 with coaches. But I think the bigger issue is Russ feels disrespected, but there is a truth about smaller quarterbacks. Let me ask you, how has Tua's career gone the last couple of years? How's Kyler Murray's career gone the last couple of years? And how has Russell's career gone? He's lost his last 7 starts. There are limitations with smaller quarterbacks. They don't last as long, and they do not age well. Russell, Tua, Kyler Murray. By the way, I do think it is hard when your entire life is an uphill battle. I mean, the fact that he had 72 touchdowns, best record in almost a decade, and the coach at NC State says, not interested. And then he goes to Wisconsin, who can never get the quarterback right and is unbelievable. And the NFL still ignores him. I mean, and to show you more disrespect that Russell Wilson's had, when he was at the top of his game, a unicorn talent, a playmaker, the Seahawks GM and Pete Carroll went to Wyoming to scout Josh Allen. So I do think we all have limitations. I think all of us in life, if we feel constantly disrespected over and over and over again, I think that's what Russell feels. And that's why he clapped back. He just feels disrespected and he's tired of it. And I get it. And I don't think Sean should have taken a shot at him. But I think Russell's always been above that of punching back. And I think yesterday's like, I'm over it. I'm over it. And I get it. The guy's NC State, Wisconsin, Seahawks, Geno Smith. I get it. So I was just informed the Kansas City Chiefs have a ping pong table in their facility. Well, that's why I said when the year started, the dynasty's over. I mean, seriously, why not just have beer pong and toast s'mores in your facility?
Come on, hold on. So the Chiefs got a new facility. They gave a tour online. It has a ping pong table, shuffleboard table, barber's chair, and a racing simulator. So the Kansas City Chiefs, fun. Ping pong / table tennis. Fun. It's good.
Yeah, Chiefs are 4-3. Why not just hand out ayahuasca? I mean, what's the point of going to work? I mean, barber shop, I totally get. That I get. Get haircuts. Totally get that. That's. I don't want you wasting time going to the barber. Do it in the facility. Race car driving?
You're just ruling with an iron fist. You know, this is why I didn't go to Chicago this week, because I heard there's no ping pong table. I'm not going to Chicago to celebrate you and your big week, your big honor. There's no ping pong. Come on.
J-Mac with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
Colin, more quarterback stuff going on around the league. Are you ready for this? J.J. McCarthy not ready to go, according to the Minnesota Vikings, and they will start Carson Wentz once again. Kevin O'Connell sticking with Wentz. Colin, it's not like there's a controversy here. Wentz has not been good. Here's Kevin O'Connell talking about keeping Carson Wentz at quarterback.
JJ, the medical staff, myself, we're all kind of encouraged about where he's at and the progress he's making, but he's just not there. And if this was a Sunday game, maybe it would be a little bit of a different story. We wanted to have a plan at the quarterback position, and it'll be very similar to last week. Carson will start, Max will be the backup, and JJ will be available in the case of emergency as the third.
Okay, I'm not going to speculate, but the whole thing is weird.
Let me give a little more context. So they have the Chargers followed by the Detroit Lions, a divisional matchup that means a lot more than this non-conference one. And I think my guess is, because O'Connell, remember, he picked McCarthy over Sam Darnold. My guess is they believe a healthy McCarthy gives them a better chance to win an important game against the Lions on November 2nd. You buying that, or?
I want to watch it. I've had my doubts from the very beginning. This was the one quarterback in the draft class I didn't see as an NFL franchise quarterback. I'm not saying he can't play in the league, but I wouldn't build around J.J. McCarthy. That is how I project his career is. You'll find out very quickly he's not a franchise guy. Could be wrong, been wrong before. I love Drake May. I love Jaden Daniels. I love Caleb Williams. I love Bo Nix. I thought very highly of Penix, who's been hot and cold, but all young quarterbacks are. But he was the one I had doubts about, and he was the one that everybody told me was going to be the star. That was the way, everybody, and I kept saying, folks, my eyes don't lie. He made about one big throw a game at Michigan. That's not the NFL.
Jim Harbaugh, remember, was hyping him. Jim Harbaugh, obviously
Jim.
Coaching the Chargers, probably happy to face Carson Wentz. Do we have some Wentz numbers on the screen here? Colin, since taking over in week 4, only one quarterback has been worse than him in passer rating.
He still remains way too reckless.
What? I mean, yeah. And in the pocket, he doesn't inspire confidence. I don't know. I don't have a bet on this game Thursday. Chargers are favored by 3 off that bad loss to the Colts.
I'll take the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chargers bounce back. Next up, it's official. Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry, folks. Jaden Daniels will not play on Monday against the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be the Marcus Mariota show. The team just announced earlier this morning. Dan Quinn, however, did say potentially good news. Terry McLaurin, who we've been rumored that he's going to return for 3 weeks now, he's expected to play, and Deebo Samuel should return as well. Now, this is interesting. The line has ballooned up to 10.5. I will preface this, when we handicap these games. Next up for the Chiefs, Buffalo Bills. Okay, that was a team they lost to last year in the regular season, beat in the AFC title game. Is there a chance the Chiefs kind of sort of overlook Washington with a backup quarterback? And
I think, listen, these Thursday games, we just watched the Bengals and Joe Flacco beat the Steelers. So,
sorry, this is Monday night. I'm sorry.
Monday night. I don't bet 10.5. I don't know. I don't like these big lopsided scores. I never bet them. I never put them in Blazing 5. I think 10.5 for a bunch of prideful men is too many points. Chiefs playing the Bills. I don't like it. I don't. Standalone games are weird. I mean, I watched Seattle and Houston play one of the ugliest games of the year. I watched Baker struggle against the beat-up Lions secondary. I don't like these standalone games. I don't like betting them a lot. I did like Detroit in that game, but I'd stay away from me. 10.5 is too many points.
So we just watched Dak Prescott throw the ball literally all over the field. CeeDee Lamb at 100 yards at halftime. What is Patrick Mahomes, who's been performing at a high level with Rashee Rice back now? What's Mahomes going to do here? Like Lattimore and company in that secondary, they are not very good. Colin, I don't think this is a playoff team this year.
No, I don't think they are either. Yeah. I think the NFC is deeper than it's been in half a decade.
Yeah. Final story is the Raiders, Colin. Sorry to compound bad news with bad news, but Ashton Genty is not very happy. Colin, I was kind of sort of stunned at this quote from Ashton Genty. Raiders are 2-5, just got humiliated by the Chiefs. And listen to the rookie kind of pop off here.
I don't work as hard as I do not to do. I think anybody else in this building does. To lose like that. So if we're being honest, it's been, losing culture around here for a long time. But you have to continue to work to fix that and bring winning back here.
They got to get better at quarterback.
That ain't happening.
Well,
you're not finding a quarterback. Aiden O'Connell ain't walking through that door.
No, they're going to draft a quarterback.
Well, Pete Carroll did say the door is open. Kenny Pickett, I don't know if he can kick it down or if he's even can stick his foot in the door to keep his first snap against the Chiefs, Colin. He fumbled it. Yeah. Now, this is interesting. Zach on staff is a big Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm.
And, the Raiders offensive line can't open holes for Genty. Do you want to take a gander who the offensive line coach is?
It's Pete Carroll's son.
Yeah. Well, you're not firing your son, are you? I mean, now I don't want to steal his thunder.
I've told you, I'm not a fan of that. That's the Belichick thing in Carolina, highest paid assistant, family. I'm not a big fan of that.
So, Colin, just win, baby? Just Nepo, baby?
Oh, that's a good one. Did you come up that by yourself?
No, that was Raiders fan Zach, who's very angry, very perturbed with the state of his Raiders right now.
Yeah. Well, you get a better draft pick. There's an upside in a very rich quarterback draft. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
So here's the NFL schedule. These 2 Monday night games do not do the schedule a ton of favors. I force J-Mac to call an upset every week on Wednesday and Thursday. I want the upsets. I've been on a bit of a heater, so I'm going to let you go first. Give me the upset.
So last week I had Titans. That's failed spectacularly. That was horrific. Thank you, Cam Ward, for nothing. I do wonder if Carolina's frisky at home against the Bills' run defense.
Same.
Also, the Bills have the Chiefs on deck. You wonder if they're looking ahead, but coming off a bye, I don't know. I guess for now, can I go Bears since they're still dogs and Lamar? Now, Lamar did jog out to the practice field. We just got video. We'll talk about it next hour. His first practice field trip since September 28th. I don't think he's playing. So then I don't know how much of an upset it is. So why don't we go back to the well with my New York Football Jets? No Sauce Gardner, no Garrett Wilson. I'm kidding. Do not bet the Jets.
Let me throw one at you.
Does it
qualify as an upset if the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Packers?
What's the line? 3.5? No, that's not. I mean, I'll give it to you. Tomlin, rah-rah spot. We're underdogs. Nobody believes in us. Sunday Night Football.
No, hey, Mike Tomlin's history at home as a dog. He's been good in these games. You give him a little more prep time. Don't put him on Thursday. You put him on Sunday night. You put him on Monday night. You give Tom a little extra prep time, a little late Sunday night, at home, Aaron Rodgers. They also were humiliated by Cincinnati. The defense was atrocious. My favorite underdog bet of the week on the card is Pittsburgh plus 3.5.
Yeah. With 6 teams on a bye, man, this is so frustrating. Damn. You get Titans, Colts, that's 14.5, Colin.
No, it's the weakest NFL schedule to date. It's not a great, but you know how the 1 o'clock window works. You watch San Francisco Texans and Giants, Eagles be great games.
Well, no, the Eagles better smash them. This is a revenge spot.
The Eagles don't smash anybody. They can't. When you don't generate a pass rush and you allow quarterbacks to be comfortable in this league, I'm sorry, you're not blowing people out. It's like Buffalo can't stop the run. You can't blow people out if they can control the clock. I think the Eagles, I could be wrong on this, I think they've been outgained in every game. That's insane.
Leading into Minnesota, they were. I don't remember the final stats, but.
All right, a final hour coming up. Feisty today. No ping pong tables at work.